Good morning, Mr. Nitin Garg. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
So we are glad to have you on our Thoughtful Leader series by Collegedunia. To our viewers, I would like to introduce Mr. Nitin Garg. He holds a MBA from Tepper School of Management, Carnegie Mellon, USA, and a bachelor's and master's in mechanical engineering from IIT Mumbai. He is currently even pursuing his PhD from IIM Lucknow and is one of the founding members of ISME. He was awarded the International Achievers Award for Education Excellence by Thai Entrepreneur Summit in recognition for his efforts of establishing ISME as one of the leading business schools in India. And he has worked in different areas of technology and management consulting and was a senior member of Deloitte Consulting, Philadelphia, USA. He is even currently the director for ISME. So moving forward to the first question, I would like to ask you, being the
First
director
of all, I must say it is a pleasure. Apurva, it's my pleasure to be here on this channel with you and discussing about certain thoughts regarding higher education and ISME.
That's great, sir. So moving forward to the first question, being the director of ISME, what is your philosophy of leadership? What do you describe your leadership style?
So there are a couple of things. One is to give people a great environment. I think what we have a pride as far as ISME is concerned, is that we give a very, very good environment, an environment which is better and a great combination of both corporate and academia. And that's the reason why faculty tend to join us and stay with us for a long time. Besides that, the same environment is then translated to the students, because ultimately students join corporates. And that is one thing which I believe is very important for any leader to do, is to give a good working environment and an environment where people can really thrive. The next thing is to lead from the front and see that you set an example for transparency and be able to treat everybody fairly. So these are some of the things which I have believed in as a leader, and this is what has differentiated ISME.
That's great, sir. So next I would like to ask you, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and admissions of your college?
So one of the things is that first of all, we are a management school. So we look at everything from a perspective of all specializations which are related to management. We have specialized in management, and we believe that we have one of the highest managerial expertise, but it can go across marketing, finance, analytics, information systems, operations, and others. As we go along adding new programs, it has always been to understand industry requirements within the context of courses which can be provided by the B School. And we have over a period of time added a lot of very interesting courses, including courses in innovation, in business analytics, in and other streams like operations. We have also added specialized certification programs and also UG programs as we have gone along developing ISME.
That's great, sir. When you first came to ISME, what was your vision for the university, and has it evolved over time, and how far along in implementing that vision are you?
The vision for ISME, if you see ISME's full name itself, there is a certain aspect of the vision which is reflected in the name. ISME is known as International School of Management Excellence. So one vision was that it is truly a global B school, and we are able to translate some of the things which I learned abroad and translate that in ISME, so that when students join, they are able to get a global experience. The second thing is about excellence, and we always believe in academic excellence and ensure that we are able to give the best to the students in terms of curriculum, in terms of faculty, in terms of the overall environment. And the last vision was to be able to create a true difference in the students' lives in terms of when they join and by the time they graduate, and not just by the time they graduate, that difference kind of stays with them throughout their career. And so I think we are well on our way to achieve this vision. These are things which we have worked on. Excellence, globalization, and creating a true difference was something which we truly worked on every day, and we are only continuing to get better as the years go by.
So with the competition so high these days, how do you guide your students to survive in such a competitive scenario?
So one of the things which I tell students is that what is most important is discipline. There is no fast highway to success. It's never there. It's not there in India. It's not there elsewhere. You really need to work hard and be very disciplined. And that is what will take you far. What I would say that instead of a highway, it's a rocky hill which you have to keep climbing every day in a disciplined way. And in case if you do that, and if you are focused in life, one will continue to be better than others.
Any suggestions you would like to give the current youth and aspiring students?
These are the same suggestions, that the youth needs to be practical at the same time aspirational. The current youth at times is aspirational, but sometimes those aspirations are not as practical. So it needs to be a good balance between being aspirational at the same time being practical as to what they can achieve. Further, they need to also ensure that they are very, as I've told you, very disciplined in terms of getting there. There is no shortcut to success. There needs to be a lot of hard work. There needs to be focused hard work. It's not hard work in many different directions. It is hard work in a specific direction for them to achieve things. And at the same time, they should know how to have fun as they go through it. Unless they don't have fun, they will not be able to do well. So anything that they do, they should really do it with passion. But if these things, if people follow, almost everyone will do well.
So having that management education from abroad, what is the difference? What difference do you see in the education system in India and outside?
There are a couple of differences, both from the student side and from the faculty side. From the student side, the difference is that normally when we in abroad, there's nothing like people taking attendance. The students come on class in time. If they are supposed to submit an assignment, they try to do their best. In India, all these things happen, but they happen with a lot of you need to take attendance. There needs to be various other constraints, like students will fail in case. So some students are not that disciplined. They are not as self-driven. Out there, everybody is self-driven. They have generally paid for their education themselves, and they themselves ensure that they have 100% attendance in the class. From the faculty side, it is about having a lot more case study. The approach of case studies is even higher, while at ISME we do have a lot of case studies that we teach. But in the US, especially in the US, the case study method of teaching is quite prevalent, and I think that differentiates the methodology of teaching. Otherwise, at least from an ISME perspective, the kind of faculty that we already have is globally exposed. So they are doing everything which a B school abroad does. But some of these things do make a difference, and especially the self-initiative of students, which is there in USP schools.
What would you like people to know about your university, ISME, that they may not know already?
So, while ISME is now quite popular, but at the same time, there are a few things which are difficult you can only experience, and that is why our motto is also explore, experience and excel. And I think what I would like to touch upon is the experience which students get, and it is not only the academic experience. Certainly that is fabulous because of great faculty and our curriculum, which is really industry oriented, but it is also the experience of holistic learning, the experience of staying on the campus 24 hours in a beautiful environment, the experience of interacting with students from 20 to 25 different states, and a good mix of all kinds of students, between girls and boys, between the different backgrounds, between students from small cities to large cities, and that experience of um, of really become is very holistic as far as learning is concerned. They also get to participate in a lot of clubs, fests, and other things. And that is the kind of experience which people at times might not know, because unless you don't join ISME, you will not come to know.
So, since you spoke about the curriculum, how does the curriculum of ISME ensure the best practice of the industry?
So, one of the things that we have done as far as the curriculum is concerned, whenever we redesign the curriculum every year, and we take in inputs from experts. We have 4 IIM Bangalore faculty, one for each specialization: marketing, finance, HR, and analytics, who advise us on the curriculum. We also have many industry experts who advise us from the curriculum. We take inputs from faculty and also from alumni. And all these inputs are then and used to devise the curriculum every year. Our curriculum focuses on a great balance of core courses, specialization courses, certification courses, and also aspects of holistic learning, where the curriculum incorporates clubs, industry visits, summer training, and placement oriented value added term, which is very unique to ISME. We train specifically for 1 month students, and there is a separate term, which is the 7th term, which where students get ready for placement. So, curriculum is something which we have always had a pride on developing, and we do it religiously every year, taking all stakeholders into account.
So, coming to my last question, I want to know any insights on how your university would be more welcoming to students of different races or economic backgrounds.
So, one of the things which we once again take pride on is the fact that we have a very, very diverse class. Uh, about 40% of the students are girls on the campus, which is among the highest in the industry. We also have students from over 20 different states of India. Some of our undergraduate students come from Middle East, Nepal, and few other countries. We have students from very different backgrounds, from a student from someone whose parents are maybe from the farming community to students whose parents might be doctors or lawyers or engineers. Students who are coming from small towns to big cities like Bombay or Delhi or Bangalore for that matter. So this huge mix it's a cultural melting pot and one cultural neutral environment at ISME. We try to avoid students forming groups. In fact, when students stay with each other, they stay with we mix them so that they can stay with different students with different backgrounds, and that kind of a learning, which is peer learning, is I think one of the hallmarks of ISME.
It was very insightful, definitely speaking with you, and a total pleasure. Anything else you would like to speak about?
I would say that Collegedunia is doing a great job in terms of guiding students and helping students make the right choice. The students do have a lot of options, but the issue is that there are very few options which are providing great education. And I think it's good for Collegedunia to be at the right place to guide students, and you're doing a good professional job regarding that. So I recommend you for that, and I look forward for students through your channel to get interested in ISME and get to know more. As I just said, explore, experience, and excel. Thank you.
Right, so it was definitely really nice speaking to you, and we appreciate all your insights.
Thank you very much. Thank you.